Took developers 6 months to figure out this new game mode called Multiverse Saga. Here is a detailed guide. Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through the new game mode for 2024. Yes, developers did us a favor and drop a new game mode called Multiverse Saga. And as you can see, it's right here, it's this thing here, and there is multiple chapters that you are going through, and we're going to talk about every single chapter. I'm not gonna show you all the stages, just the hot spot that you need to know to go through all the content. And yes, to be honest, it's 2024, it's middle of June, it's going into July in a couple of days, and we have seen the baptized as a new game mode Black Swan, and now this thing. I'm gonna tell you my opinion later on, how I feel about this new game mode, and what you should expect from the devs and what the devs deliver actually. So yeah, my thoughts and all this stuff. So yeah, before we go through the video guys, I want you to make sure that you're gonna smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know down below in the comments, where are you right now into the Multiverse Saga? Have you completed everything? Are you farming daily? All the stages from Doom, or half of them? And I'm saying about half of them because yes, if you didn't knew it already, half of the stages, half of the chapters are paywall. It's really weird, but yeah, the new game mode that we took, half of it is paywall. And let's start from the chapter 1. And yes, we complete chapter 1. On chapter 1 you need to do nothing. You just go here, press start, and there is a dialogue going on between Dr. Doom, and yeah, it's like reading comics, but they baptize it chapter 1, and yeah, episode 1-3 completed. Yeah, that was it. And you don't need to do anything actually, and you complete that. And you get some first clear reward, only, you get them for everyone, and you get the +1 if you have paid $40 in front, or 40 euros, or whatever currency you have. You can see the rewards here. And also for the stages 1-6, 1-7, 1-8, there is also extra rewards that they're not called plus, but they called, it's actually, to unlock them you need to have the plus, so has no point having here plus, but yeah, it is what it is guys. All these are first clear rewards, and the moment you clear the content you don't get anything else, you get the minimum of the gold. So that's something you should know. For chapter 2 I'm gonna go through some small videos I've made. You actually have Mr. Fantastic, and you're having Crystal also as a second character, and you're trying to go through some beams that if the beams touch you, they're sending you in the start of the stage every single time. So it's kind of annoying. You need to understand how to do it, or else you're gonna do same thing over and over. So let's start from the stage 2-4, which is the first stage that you can actually play the characters and you don't just read dialogues. And you can see these beams, it's the beams that sent you into the start. Here is how to do it successfully, and let me show you how it looks like if you fail. This is actually a different stage, it's 2-5, and here you're also avoiding the beams, and you have to press the auto attack. As you can see, this double sword, it's auto attack when the character using no skill to attack. So here you need to hit these machines, and if the beams touches you, starts you all over from the first stage, from the start of the stage actually. If you have clear until a moment, it's gonna keep up the same stage. It's not like resetting the stage, it's just sending you back. So you need to hit this box really fast, or else you're getting again in the start. And as you can see, took me like 3 times to end up doing this thing. It was kind of annoying, but the moment you hit this and actually works, you're going there really fast, and you can pass it. In 2.5 there is a boss fight. You're fighting against Mad Monarch. It's brother of Black Bolt. I can't remember his name right now, but yes, he is this dude here with the machines, and you're trying to break the shield in between this purple timing. And you can see that one of my tier 3 skills was more than enough to clear the stage. For your own information also, yeah, look at this. This is the first clear reward, but the moment you do the first clear reward, you're just getting the 1,400 gold. It's the same amount as clearing a rift, and in the rift you're getting also the materials from the rift. Okay, I'm not saying that we should clear this stage daily, but they should put something, you know, that if you say, you know what, I'm gonna farm Multiverse Saga, it's gonna make any sense. But no, they didn't. They spent all these work hours to build this Multiverse Saga, and gives you no reason to play it again. It's exactly like Legendary Battle. It's exactly like Epic Quest. They said that they want to do something in between, but yeah, no, bullshit. This is something that you play once and you never touch again. I give myself 10 days and I didn't find any good reason to go again and clear anything on manual. And I'm saying on manual because at the end of this there is 2 daily quests that you can farm on auto clear really fast. So at the moment it was the one that they are free, you know, 2.4 and 2.5, and the boss was on 2.5. On 2.7 the things goes a bit wild, and you have to play with Valeria and Franklin, and yeah, Franklin, it's kind of weird stage. I also found a bug myself on this stage. In some cases you can pass through the walls there, but pretty much you need to use, for all the characters that they are humans and you know, enemies, you need to use Franklin, and against the machines you need to use Valeria, or else you're doing no damage. Okay, this is not a new feature. The beams also are not a new feature. It's not like they add something. That was already on story mode before they did it easier for us to farm on auto. Before, on the story mode, you had to go and avoid beams, you had to do this kind of stuff, you know. At the moment there's nothing new in this as a game mode. And at the 2.7 also, after this there is a boss. The boss fight is also exactly the same, you know. You can't use Franklin, you need to use Valeria. There is some hints in, you know, in the middle of the screen that tells you that Valeria do more against machines, and as Dr. Doom is a machine, you can see there that you can go and kill him easy peasy. Took me like not that much of skills. Of course, you need to understand also that your skills has no cooldown reduction, so whatever cards you have, whatever builds you have on the characters doesn't matter. So in my mind, if you have to use skills to kill anyone, do not cancel the skills. Let the skills play, because you need to stay into the animation to take the maximum of the damage. And also, if you spam fast the skills, you end up having no skills to use, because their cooldowns, their original like 20-second cooldown. If you notice, all of your characters has like 20-second, 15-second, 17-second cooldown, but because of the 50% cooldown you have on every single character, the cooldowns are less than 10 seconds, so you can spam skills. But in this situation and in this game mode, you can't actually spam skills. You need to press the skill, wait, play until the end, and after go into the next. And yes, this was all the 2 section, nothing special, nothing important. Let's see what different it was on the section 3, on the chapter 3 actually. On chapter 3, they team up Ant-Man with, how it's called, with Sue Storm. And Ant-Man has a platform that you need to go there, you get smaller and you can pass from these walls. If you don't use Ant-Man and you don't get this buff that you're getting here, as you can see, you can't pass through this wall. Yeah, mind-blowing, I know, it's so hard to think, but yeah, it's kind of cool, you know. It's kind of cool to use different ways to go through, and this is original. I mean, I can't remember any other time putting characters getting smaller and do something different, you know, to pass through walls or stuff like that. It's not like super impressive, but it's something different, you know. It's something that developers actually had to think, put it down, write it down, and serve to us. Because until now, this is the first, you know, this is the first thing seeing, the first time you're seeing something like this. And generally, all the third chapter is pretty much that. You don't do anything crazy. At the end, you're using, you know, on the paywall story chapter thing. Here, you're using Franklin and Valeria at the last stages, and there is the same situation that you need to use Valeria for the machines to unlock, to close electricity and stuff like that, and you need to use Franklin to kill the enemies. Pretty much it's the same thing. Doesn't really, there is no different strategy happens in chapter 3. If you want to know anything specific, you know, that I miss calling into that, I bet there's no one actually care about this. But yeah, if there is anyone, let me know in the comments and I'm gonna help you even further. Let's go into the chapter 4. And on chapter 4, we took the first spoilers about Human Torch, and after the thing that we took a sneak peek also. But here you can go through and see the skills of the character. If you go and press this, press that, you're going into the skill preview, and you can see what's the possibilities and what's the things that he's going to have into his kit. You can see general information here from his skills, and if you go into the fight, you can see all the skills. You can press on the skill and see exactly what the skill is doing. Inside here, there were no indication that anyone gonna get a tier 4. You know, the characters was both awakened, just that. But as we saw from the sneak peek, we're gonna have Human Torch as tier 4, probably. And yeah, nothing special here too, only perhaps that he's teaming up with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is doing some crazy things with his webs. You can't actually do anything else. You get Spider-Man with just a second skill to use and web the enemies. You need to web the enemies and, you know, get them on sleep, let's say. Or else you're gonna end up having everyone attacking you and you have no skills. You have only your second skill, so you're dying immediately. You need to go silent mode, like, yeah, I really enjoyed this, but yeah, nothing important. And after, all the mobs are half physical immunity and half energy immunity, so you need to use Human Torch until one moment, and after you need to swap into Spider-Man to do the physical damage. So you need to swap in between the characters. And let's see the example that you are not using proper your characters, like in the previous where you had to web with Spider-Man. Here was like my first try. I didn't understand what I need to do. I thought I need to rush through and just avoid. I did one web there, but after I failed, and you know, there is so many dudes coming to you and you have no skills to use. They one-shot you, so you need to be careful. That's all, actually. That's all you need to know about this. There's nothing else. Just also in the last boss is Green Goblin with the Dark Avengers uniform here. He has immunity on physical damage, so you need to use Human Torch in the middle of the fight. He's swapping into immunity on energy damage, so you need to swap again into Spider-Man. So it's exactly the same strategy that you were using for the mobs, but this time you need to use the strategy for boss. And yes, that's it. Nothing else. Nothing special that you need to do. This is the 4-3 boss. As I told you before, the stages that they are above 4-3 above, I'm not sure about above and above, yeah, okay, they are all with Franklin and Valeria, so the only unique stages are the one that you're using actually Human Torch and Spider-Man, and these are the free-to-play stages. So the free-to-play get the maximum out of developers' creativity, you know. They're getting all the Franklin and Valeria, it's the most annoying and slow to go and clear. So yeah, guys, you're not losing a lot. And look at this here, what I'm going to get. Yes, 1000 gold, guys. Yeah. this is rewards. This is what we wanted. The very next chapter, as I told you already, it's with Think, and with Think you're using also She-Hulk. There is a really cool, comic fun fight here, a battle that you're going into called Globbering Time. It's the 5-5 and you're going against Hulk. In comics, Think and Hulk fights all the time, and here's an example of it. So yeah, there is a strategy also during the fight, but yeah, it's really lame and easy to go through. You start fighting Hulk with the OG uniform, as you can see, and in the start you can just do damage, but after a while you're getting gamma radiation somehow, and you're getting weakened, and you need to swap into She-Hulk and go fight with her. After a while, She-Hulk gets the same radiation buff, debuff actually, and you need to swap into Think again to go against him. The best part of this fight is the 5th skill of Think. It's amazing, and Sue Storm comes and helps you, and you can go through with your 5th skill through the enemies. I think the skill has also iframe ignore or something like this, but yeah, it's really cool skill to go through. The She-Hulk also has like no damage, and yeah, it's kind of lame. It's the Fantastic Four uniform, so it's not that good. There's not a lot of damage. So I would suggest you to wait until Thing is ready to use again. Here, Hulk is recovering health also, and you need to use your first skill to cancel this recovery. But yeah, it's really easy. Look at this. You just go there, press this. He heals so little, so you don't really care to do it proper, to be honest. You can pass through just using your skills. And yes, I was kind of spamming. Again, you can see he healed like this, and I can do way more damage. So yeah, no point to follow the strategy again. The next chapter is with Franklin and Valeria. It's the 6th chapter, and here you can go through and do exactly the same that you were doing before, but this time as the main event. You know, it's not like only for paywall. It's for everyone. Let me show you a good example of what I'm talking about, Valeria and Richard, you know, all this machine thing, because I didn't showcase before on chapter 2. And yeah, here you're starting with, if you start with Franklin and hit this, the game tells you that you need to use Valeria Richards to open these machines, you know, and they are showing you also the machine here. The problem is that it's not just do a hit and it's okay. Sometimes it's buggy, and you can see even if I hit it, nothing happened. So you have to wait. You don't want to get caught by the enemies here with the red line. This red line, it's like the vision of the enemy, so you need to avoid getting in this vision, or else the enemies are going to attack you, and these enemies are really tough. I'm gonna show you how tough they are later on. You need to swap from Valeria to Franklin to have any chance to hit them. Here I kind of pushed him also. You can see, you can push the enemy and he can't understand that you're there because you're not in the red cone in front of him. This is weird, yes, I know, but there is only a moment there that you can go out of this without getting caught. Here I think I tried to do exactly the same, but I get caught because these machines, as I told you, are kind of are not work proper. Most of the times are not working proper. And yeah, let me show you here. I get hit and I get into the electricity. The electricity hit me away, and look at this. You're starting doing damage with your Franklin, who's supposed to do the most damage to these enemies, and you can see that they have immunities. They have like a damage reduction, crazy damage reduction. This is the enemies that's supposed to be getting damage from him and not from Valeria, and it's kind of weird, but you end up, you know, spending a lot of time through this to kill them. As you can see, there is a couple of minutes I did spend here, and after I have a situation here also, and I want to showcase to you too. It's kind of bug here too. Actually, it's not a bug, but there is not a proper way to do it. I did it at the end, you know, I tried over and over and I did it the proper way. You need to be in front of the machine to press it and not in the back of the machine, because if you are in the back of the machine hits you into the fence with the electricity here and you get busted really easy. So you need to be careful a lot with this electricity thing. It's annoying, but you know, you need to think at least. You need to think what I need to do next and stuff like that, you know. And now the final piece of content, Dr. Doom boss, and this is the boss and hidden boss things that you can see here. You can press this and do it daily. The way to do it on auto is pressing ready here, clear, and go 5 times, up to 5 times, and you can get actually some emblems, or you can get just this emblem kits. The emblem kits, by the way guys, it's one of the most important material these days, because this is the only thing that allows you to upgrade your emblems from 1 star to 2 star, from 2 star to 3 star. You can do it with this also, but after you get them into the second tier, you know, if you have it on 1 star and you want to go into the second tier, you need to have this. Depending on the stars that you need to upgrade, there is a specific amount that you need to spend, like 150 for 2 stars to 3 stars. So you need to grind daily just for this, and this is the most unique material, most rare material I would say these days into the game. But this is that way you end up doing daily, and you don't touch at all this game mode. You just do these 2 things. If you have paid the 40, if you haven't paid the 40 and you have to wait for the developers to decide what they're gonna do with the crystal thing, how people are going to get this for free, you know, for the crystals, and all this shitty situation developers put us in. Yeah, we're gonna figure out in a couple of days, weeks. I was about, you know, to wait to see what they are going actually to give us with crystals, and after do my review. But yeah, I can't wait like 1 month. It's already like 10 days that we have this game mode and I haven't talked about. And this is the most challenging actually thing in this game mode, whole game mode. It's Dr. Doom on the Doom 3099, which is the paywall thing. The paywall, it's exactly the same as the normal, but in the paywall you have an extra phase in the end. So if you see the paywall, you know how to do the normal one. Let's go into the gameplay. Yeah, the theory, it's exactly the same, but this time you have Dr. Doom and Mr. Fantastic. Half of the fight, Dr. Doom is actually doing damage here when he has this symbol, the blue symbol of magic. He's taking damage from Doom. And you can see there, I'm letting my skills play, and after I'm canceling it, because if you don't let your skills play, you're gonna end up having no skills to press because of the huge cooldowns you have. As you can see, just press the skill. If I press now the 5th skill, it has 20 seconds cooldown. And here I missed my tier 3, I shouldn't have used it. This middle phase drops these purple platforms that you need to avoid, like this, not like this actually, I did a mistake. You should wait a bit and get hit after. You're not getting lethal damage, so it's fine. And you can see there, he dropped a circle into the middle, and after a while he moves the circle, so you need to pay attention a lot. For Mr. Fantastic, I'm using his normal rotation that I'm using into the game, but I'm letting the delays on the skill way more. As you can see, the 3rd skill here, I let it until the end because I didn't have any reason to canceling it, as my other skills was in cooldown. And yes, here I'm letting again my 3rd skill. Again, same phase, nothing changed. You are into the same situation. Here is the proper way to do it. Here we are. And the last phase, it's the most tricky. And it's not tricky because it's hard to do. It's tricky because it's kind of bugged also. Sometimes the top left corner Doombot is getting somehow away and not get hit from Doom. So you have to redo until you're able to kill this Doombot. The period of time that you need, it's so specific and it's tied to do. You can see there is this bar that you need to do. Here you can see you have to go from Doombot to Doombot, and Doom attacks the Doombot because you are next to the Doombot. That's the strategy. You need to let him do his stuff, you know. And as you can see here on the top left, I was in the beginning, I was now, and he is not killing it. Somehow the Doombot is not dying. It has happened to me multiple times. It's not like my first time. I clear it at the end of the day, of course, to, you know, to clear it generally. But you can see previously he killed my Mr. Fantastic, and now he killed my Dr. Doom, and I failed because the game wasn't able to let me kill the final Doombot there. And let me show you another example. Here I did record a second time just to show you, I think, and yes, again the same situation with the top left. You can see here he is doing damage in front of him and he's not getting caught, and the moment he touches the others, he's enabling it. It's really weird. I couldn't do anything to record the proper run, so yeah, it is what it is, guys. Overall, the game mode, it's an L, a big L, it's a lose, and it's really sad that developers paid for this, you know. They paid for someone to go and pick the abilities from the old story mode, mix them a bit, and drop it again on a mode that you don't actually have any reason to play a second time. You clearly auto-clear 2 times per day, and that's it. And yes, you're getting some emblems, yes, you're increasing the collections, and you do all these things with emblems, but a game mode shouldn't supposed to be only the rewards, you know. We should have any reason to play it again, to play it multiple times, you know, to get better on it for some reason, you know. Even Legendary Battle, guys, has a reason to play it second time. You can see on on Legendary Battle, they put the effort to make a special clear ranking on each mission, you know. If you go in each mission of Legendary Battle, there is a specific ranking, and this game mode, it's like years ago. It's one of the OG game modes of the Marvel Future Fight, and guys, they didn't put this thing there. They should put a ranking for how fast you can clear the stage. They should put something for people to put any moment of their life into this game mode instead of just auto clearing like it is right now. They spent so much work hours to do completely nothing. They did nothing, in my opinion. It's something that gives you joy of like 2 hours. You know, if you go and spend $40 for something, you need to stand, you know, to be there for you, to play with it daily or something. If you go and buy a video game or something, there is no way you can end the video game on 2 days. This should have an alternative edition, a heroic mode, something to put us into grind and play the game mode for prestige. For competition, you know, going against others. I can do faster. I found this way to clear stage 2-7. No one's gonna do that. No one care. No one care about this game mode, and it's brand new, but feels too old. Feels already too old, and in my mind, you know, they should already rework it as they going to rework the emblems. They should put some fantasy on it. Some imagination, you know. We want things from them to be as they are on, you know, Alliance Battle or something. That they have the imagination to do this. Put specific, you know, characters that you need to use. We need something. This is nothing. Let me know down below in the comments your opinion about this Multiverse Saga. That was my only guide, detailed guide for it, and I'm not gonna drop any other content for it. It's completely lame, and if it's worth the 40, yeah, I can't tell you guys, you know. We're gonna farm the shit out of ourselves, the emblems and all these stuff kits. So you're gonna stay behind until they're gonna decide at the end of July what they're gonna do with the crystals and stuff. So still, until now, I believe worth for the farm, For anything else, you know, Franklin or all the other bullshit we're getting, no. You have to consider also that we're gonna get even more crystals on the refund or something extra like an artifact, we don't know yet. So yeah, I'm not telling to anyone to spend $40 for it, but feels like the risk value still there, even if it's so lame. Hope you enjoyed. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.